The following program is powered by Ride the Wave Media.
Introducing the best podcast in Utah, Radio Daybreak. Here are your hosts, Jess, Blaine, and Bex.
All right, here we are. And by here, I mean on location at KW.
We are KW South Valley, Keller Williams South Valley. I brought you to my home office.
And we're sitting in like a winter wonderland here. Like, this is crazy.
I know. What better place to do the show today, right?
And we're here for a specific reason, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We got a event coordinator, party planner, who planned this party that is about to happen here.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it looks insane. It's crazy here.
The magic that she is able to pull off is just beyond words.
There's a playhouse. tell him, Bex. Like, there's a playhouse that she transitioned into a Santa's workshop.
She did, yeah.
Wild.
So we've got a gingerbread playhouse. We're surrounded by Christmas trees. Essentially, you're entering the North Pole today.
It's snowing outside, and also
the weather couldn't be better.
I got to talk about this fire crackling next to me.
Yeah.
There's TVs on next to us here, and there's a fire crackling, and if you look at it, there's a dog laying in the bed. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm about that time. Let's go ahead and bring our guest in. Bex, introduce our guest.
We gave her quite the intro. So please welcome Carla to the show. Carla, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. It's so fun to be here.
Well, and thank you for all the magic that you really have created the North Pole here. My office is now the North Pole. This looks amazing.
You are so sweet.
No, truly.
When did you start doing this? Like, this can't be your first time to do this.
So actually, I have to say, I'm blown away by this last year. No, Blaine, to answer your question, this is not my first rodeo in this.
I didn't think so.
But for the last 10 years, I've been doing event planning. Mm-hmm. But I was doing it as a mom, as just a friend.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it as a actual profession, right?
Okay.
But it was always something that I loved, something that drove me to do it, something that I had a passion for.
Yeah.
And so anyway, last October, I had decided to start freelancing with another event planner.
Okay.
While doing that, my love for it grew. Like, it was just out of the roof. Like, just I just loved what I did. I love to feel like when your clients get to see the magic that happens in the room.
Like when we walked in here. Like,
exactly.
That was like a little kid on Christmas morning. Like, this is crazy.
You got to understand, like, this is my corporate office here in South Jordan. If y'all live here locally, you know where my big office is, right on the corner of 4000 West and Daybreak Parkway. So we're talking about a large event space. Carla has completely transformed the entire basement here to a winter wonderland. So sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're great.
This passion, you can tell it is a passion of yours by all of the detail that you put into this place.
Well, and that's what you get with lift cake parties. Like, you get the details. I mean, the Santa workshop that you guys are talking about.
Yes.
Now, I got to tell you a little bit about this one, because
Tell us the story.
I had Becky cracking up yesterday over this, Blaine.
This girl is amazing.
So my neighbor posted on our Daybreak free market place, and she said, anybody please come pick this up out of my yard.
Oh.
So the minute I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this, right? So when I get there, guys, it legit was the ugliest playhouse that you had ever seen. Like, it had been sitting outside. There was snow covered all over it. There was ice all over it. The shingles were like soaking wet.
Oh.
When my husband saw it, he literally bleeped words out. Because he was so upset with me about getting it. But last night, to be able to transform it into the house that we'll all get to see tomorrow during Beck's amazing event, that we'll see this you know, and be able to enjoy it, and kids can be able to enjoy it. It's cute, it's red and black, and now it's just an amazing little house that we get to use for Santa's workshop.
It's absolutely incredible. So you do stuff on a budget then, basically. You go out and dumpster dive. Like,
Correct.
you're going looking for stuff, and you're turning it in. Well, there's a TV show. What are they? There's TV shows about this stuff.
There is.
So you do this, and you end up making what is an incredible. It's a piece of art.
Yeah. So we literally, my whole deal is that people don't understand. You can take something from the dollar store. You can take something from Facebook Marketplace that you got for free, and you can make it an incredible masterpiece. You don't have to go out and spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on your event to make it look like a 6,000 event.
This is why we love, one of the many reasons why we love Carla.
So it's all about the time that you put in, the energy that you put in, and the love. I mean, everything that you get from Lift Cake Parties is just an amazing, it's a love effect. That's what I like to say it is.
And her attention to detail, if I can just say this, is just off the charts.
Yeah.
I mean, when you walk in, it really is. Don't you agree, Carla, that when you walk into a party, it is about the details of that event.
Yep.
Like the kids' table, and I don't want to give away too much, right? Because we're going to have a lot of fun here tomorrow night from 4 to 7 p.m. But we're going to have a kids' table, letters to Santa. Of course, the big guy, Santa's going to be here himself, right? Like Santa Claus is coming, y'all.
10 a.m. Santa's coming.
Santa, I know that guy. Oh my gosh.
And we have the Grinch coming as well.
Yes.
So
Not only that, but she planned it out that they're on the opposite corners of the room.
Yeah.
Too. Like,
The Grinch can't be by Santa.
No
Because
way.
he might steal all of Santa's toys.
That's
and
right.
That was by design, right?
Ruin
Like you
Christmas
planned
for
it.
us all. No, but she really does. And that is another thing, right? She pays attention to those details. Like, Bex, we can't really have the Grinch over on DJ being right next to Santa Claus because that just is not going to work. So anyway, we love it. We love the way that you've set this place up. I want to switch gears here just a little bit. I mean, the event is awesome, lots to talk about. But I want you to share a funny fact or something kind of quirky, fun about you that maybe that you're open to sharing to the viewers.
No, it's fine.
Or just tell us to get to know you a little better.
I think if I had to say the number one thing that people would say about me is this girl never sleeps.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what I do. As you know, Beck knows, I have a real estate background as well. And so like legit, my clients used to say to me all the time, dude, I would get an email from you at 4 a.m. Like, and then on top of that, then you're at a closing at 9. Like, when do you ever sleep? And it's the same way in any business that I do. Like, my drive, my love, my passion is always there. And I always want to give 100%. And most of the time, I don't even give 100%. I give 1,000%. And that's just because what I do, I'm loyal with, and my heart is in it. And
Completely.
So, and I'm quirky as quirky gets. I'm OCD as OCD gets. But I love to have a good time, and I think that's why there is so much passion with Lift Cake Parties because I get to do what I love, but also those attention to details is what I get to.
It's who you are.
I get to show it in my work.
Yes, absolutely. And I know that, not just through your party planning, but also because you're my friend.
Yeah.
And so, that goes a long way. One other question that I want to throw at you is women in business. Tell me, or tell our viewers rather, what advice would you give to other female entrepreneurs that are looking to start and grow a business? Because it's not always easy, as, we well know in this industry. What would you say to that?
So I'm going to answer that, but also kind of tell you a little story of how it had to uplift me, right?
Yeah.
Like, because we all get those moments in our business, in our careers where we hit that like plateau and we're just like, crap, like life sucks. I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore.
It's work.
It is. It's not fun anymore, right?
And because we're all trying to put food on the table. That's our main goal, right? So last September, I went through this. Like, I went through a really, like, hard kind of shift where I was like, I didn't really know if I really wanted to do lift cake parties. It just, you know, like, maybe I should go get a part-time job at Target or The Gap or something, you know, whatever I could do to make income. And my little cute 7-year-old girl said to me, so I was talking about it, and I said, oh, I've got an appointment tomorrow to go look at this job thing. And my daughter said to me, well, Mom, is it for lift cake parties? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, then why did you start lift cake parties if you weren't really going to do it?
Wow.
And I was like, it was like one of those moments like where if somebody could like take something, punch you in the chest, like you're like,
So profound.
you know, type of deal, you know.
From your daughter.
Yeah,
though. I mean,
7-year-old.
Like I feel that as a mom. Like, what example am I setting for my kids? And they're totally calling me out on this.
Exactly. So as a mom, as a woman, all of a sudden I looked at my daughter.
Yeah.
And I was like, what example am I setting for her as a future businesswoman that she can start a business and quit when it gets hard?
Yeah.
And so basically from that, I said to her, and I'll say her name online, I said, Gabs, let's do this. You are absolutely right. Mommy started something and I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
I'm gonna finish it.
And so
We're
now I
doing
have
it.
to finish it. And we're going to make a lot of money doing this.
Yes.
Are you ready?
And have fun,
and she
right?
looked at me and she was like, yeah. You know? So it just like those little moments, like I feel like that was an opportunity to create, and I'm getting a little teary, sorry.
So am I. Like I am.
But, like-
I'm feeling this. It's so powerful.
But I mean, right there is a future businesswoman that literally sees that no matter how hard it gets,
She sees
from
you.
school, from work to life, it's all about just fighting through. And
Yeah.
if we don't fight through, then we have nothing. I started back where I was writing my journal and manifesting things and things that I wanted to happen.
Yes.
And I have to say this online because I am so honored. I actually was in tears last night while doing the Santa workshop because I had manifested that before the end of the year, I wanted to do a corporate event. And thanks to Bex and Keller Williams, I now get to have that opportunity.
That's amazing.
So this Saturday, I get to.
That's amazing. They're hugging it out right now.
You're getting
They're hugging it out. They're teary-eyed.
How can you not be?
No,
That
this is
so
great.
powerful.
So, and I'm just eternally grateful. So.
And you're just being an amazing role model for your daughter, somebody that she can look up to. I know there's other challenges you face, also being minority, being in the state of Utah. It's even a bigger minority here. You're not from here. You're from the East Coast, right?
I am. I'm from Jersey originally.
So what kind of challenges did you hit when you came here? Being a minority
Well,
business.
Utah is a crazy place.
It is. It is.
to say the least.
It is. Yeah.
Because Blaine, I don't know if you can tell this by his accent, but he's not originally.
Hey, I'm
from-
He's not.
Listen, I'm a minority here in some ways. Let's just say, hey, but you've got it. You have extra challenges that
Yeah.
a white male does not have.
Correct. Yeah.
What
and it
are
just-
those? Like, what? Tell us.
Well, yeah, like I mean, especially being a woman of color
Yeah.
in business, like I mean, there are jobs that I haven't gotten, and I don't ever like pull the race card. Like
Yeah.
that's just not me. But I know for a fact that there has been things that like I've sent bids in, and others have gotten, and so it just makes you fight harder.
Yeah.
Like every time I now hear a no, like for example. Again, it all comes back to this event that we're doing here, right? But I had literally put my hard work into planning this other event, another Christmas event. And I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. Like, this is going to be great. I'm going to make this work, da-da-da. And then I put, like, so much time and energy into, like, planning it out, doing the mock-ups, calling vendors, getting prices. And then it fell through. I didn't get it. But then I looked at it and said, wait a second, but if I would have gotten that, I wouldn't have been able to do this cute North Pole for Becky and for Keller Williams, and my manifestation of a corporate event wouldn't have happened.
See things like
So
that.
it just, you
Fell
know,
into place.
like, it just fell into place.
and,
Yeah.
it goes back to what, a vision board or something
Yeah.
you said. It goes back to that. You manifested that.
Yeah.
You didn't know how it was going to happen,
Nope.
but it did.
I honestly, if I'm being honest, I didn't think it was going to happen.
Hey, I feel the same. I feel the same way about getting out of bed in the morning. So you never know. But you're right. You got to manifest stuff. You put it out to the universe, and that stuff does come back. You don't know how it will.
Yeah.
But it did.
And sometimes those things that, you know, when you're talking about those powerful moments and those teaching points in life, what I've learned at my old age of doing this for
Oh,
quite some
okay.
time is really sometimes those things that you're thinking, why is this happening to me? Are absolutely happening for you.
Yep.
And it's so hard in those challenging moments to go through those difficult times and be like, why, right? And sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, 2 months down the road, a year down the road, you're like, okay. Because this partnership is just the beginning of many. She's got, how many events do we have? 14
We have
planned
14, yeah.
for next year.
Holy
that
cow.
Carla's doing for
Already
me. So,
booked.
Yeah, that's already booked for 2024.
So kind of this negative
So,
thing
yeah.
in your potentially negative
Yeah,
thing
no,
in
it
your
was,
life
yeah.
really did blossom into this like super gratitude, grateful thing that we talked about last month. Blaine.
You could have taken that negativity and went a whole other direction.
Oh yeah, I could have, you know, before my sweet daughter told me what I needed to hear, right? The big kick in the butt, right?
Yeah.
Like I could have literally went and got a job at Target,
Exactly.
or I could have went and been like, okay, I need a corporate job, or
Not that
I
there's
need
anything wrong with those
no,
jobs,
there's nothing
but
wrong with
I
corporate
get it.
jobs, but I'm just saying when you have a dream. You have to fight for your dream. And if you don't fight for your dream, it's a dead dream. And it's something that I heard like a few months ago by Steve Harvey. I saw it on TikTok.
yeah.
And it literally like just popped up on my thing. And he said, when you dream something and there's no action behind it,
Yes.
it's just talk.
Yep.
And honestly, guys, from April to probably September, I feel like lift cake parties for me was just talk.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I had a couple of events in there, and yes, I was able to. It was beautiful, and I, was amazed by everything how it came together. But it was just talk because it wasn't really my life. And now Lift Cake Parties is my life. It's what I love. It's who I am. It's what I want to do, and it is just. I'm so excited for 2024. It blows my mind.
Let me ask you then. Let me ask before we let you go. What all services do you offer? Because you're not just a party planner, right? Like you got.
No, so we do event planning. If for whatever reason that doesn't work out for your budget, you can use our party rentals as well. We also have a shop and go option, which means like I'll go out and I'll shop for you, and then I'll give you everything, give you the ideas, and then you can set it up yourself. Because then that saves you time and money as well. So we have little quirks in there. I mean, I work with different people. I'll definitely work with your budget. I have a lot of vendors that are also willing to, if you work through me, we have a relationship that they'll be able to give you a little bit of percentage off. But you have to work through Lift Cake Parties. And so we have ways of saving money that way.
Where do we find your info? So we have tons of listeners out there, lots of big parties, lots of kids here in Utah, right?
Yeah.
Where do we find you?
So you can find me on Instagram at Lift Cake Parties, and then also on TikTok at Lift Cake Parties 1, so the number 1. And that's my 2 main platforms right now.
That's LIFF?
That's LIF as in Frank, F as in Frank, CAKE.
Gotcha.
Parties. Now I've got to tell you how that name came about.
Yes, please do.
So before we go, because I love telling the story. When Instagram first came about, my husband, we were trying to figure out how to do our name, my name on it, and so he was like, "What about Lift Cake?" Well, Lift Cake. No, I don't make cakes.
Yeah.
Everybody gets me confused about I don't make cakes, but what it stands for is my last name is Liffert.
Okay.
My first name is Carla, so CAR.
Yes.
And my husband's name is Jake.
Oh.
So it's Lift
together.
Cake, yeah. So that's just where that name came from. So it's on Instagram, it's Lift Cake Parties. You can find us there. I'm also on TikTok as well, which is Lift Cake Parties 1, the number 1. So yeah, everybody follow me. There's going to be lots of things that are coming about, and this is just amazing. So
I love it. So I got a party coming up that I'm trying to get some action on.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to have I need like an island. I want an island, and I'm thinking like a big waterfall or something out there, maybe a chocolate waterfall.
Yeah.
My budget's like about $25. Can we? I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
Jokes
Carla.
on Blade.
Joke is totally You're adorable.
I'm kidding.
Actually, couldn't you have him just like check out a couple websites?
Yeah.
I can give you a gift card for $25 to Zerkers.
You can send me a picture, right? You'll send a picture.
Good luck, Brad.
Hey, thank you, Carla, for coming by. Or actually, we came out here. This is awesome. We're on the set, is what we'll call it. I love it. We appreciate you coming in. I hope anybody out there that ever thought about giving up on the dream hears this and takes it to that next step and does not give up. So hopefully somebody out there will hear this and do that for you.
That
Yes.
was so powerful. Your daughter's amazing. I would love to meet her.
She is.
Truly. Just
She'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, tomorrow, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yes.
KW.
South Valley.
Yep,
right on the corner of Daybreak Parkway and 4000 West. So we're just right here on the corner of our community, primarily South Jordan here.
Be here.
Be here from 4 to 7 p.m. Again,
Santa will be here.
Santa will be here.
Santa and the Grinch.
And the Grinch.
Sorry, the Grinch is. Sorry,
I love the
Santa. But
Grinch. I love
the Grinch is my favorite.
All right, that's it. That's it for the best podcast in Utah.
All right, guys. So we can't come to this awesome facility, right? Santa's going to be here tomorrow without a little surprise for me. Y'all don't know this is happening.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We got a surprise?
You got some surprises coming.
I can't
I'm
wait.
just going to step over here for a minute.
Oh.
I got a little for you.
Look at this.
It's December 1st. We're recording this Friday.
That's true.
December 1st. Like, let the gifting begin.
That's
Oh
true.
my goodness,
Bring the gifts
Christmas
out.
came early. Santa's here!
I love it.
I wanted to make sure you guys had a little
you're
something
so
to take back to your
sweet.
kiddos. Happy December 1st,
Thank you
y'all.
so much.
And
Thank you.
for all of the work that you do.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes,
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
All the season greetings, all of it.
All right. Take care, y'all.